In a forgotten corner of medieval Europe, where fog clung to the stone streets like memory to guilt, there lived a girl whose father was the last person anyone wanted to meet. He wore no name, only a black hood. They called him the Blade, and his daughter, Elise. She grew up listening to the sound of screaming. Elise was 13 when she first asked her father what he did with the heads. "Buried," he said, "far from the body, so the soul can't find itself." They lived outside the town walls in a crooked house where the chopping block sat like furniture. The axe, cleaned, sharpened, and oiled, was placed beside the fireplace every night. But Elise wasn't like her father. She dreamed of books, of churches, of laughter, until the night she saw her father cry. It was after the hanging of a boy no older than her, accused of stealing bread. Elise found her father in the shed, trembling, clutching the lad's shoe. "He was innocent," he whispered. That night she started keeping a journal. She would learn who these people were, and she would learn the truth. The prisoners came in one by one. Thieves, witches, rebels. Elise began sneaking into the dungeons before executions. She listened. Some laughed, some screamed, but many wept, and their stories didn't match the town's verdicts. "I never cursed the well. I only tended it. He hated me because I saw him beat his wife. Tell my daughter I loved her." The town judge, Sir Gavrick, had a long memory and a short temper. Elise started noticing a pattern. Those executed were often poor or inconvenient. She wrote names, dates, stories, until she found one that made her stop, her mother's. Elise had been told her mother died of fever, but a record, smudged in ink, marked the name Mira, accused of sorcery, executed by axe, her father's axe. Elise confronted him. "Is it true?" "Yes. You killed her." "I had no choice." He told her the truth, how Mira was accused after helping a sick noblewoman who died anyway. Her healing herbs, her kindness, were twisted into witchcraft by the priest and judge alike. "If I had refused, they would have taken both of us." Elise saw the truth now. Her father was not a killer. He was a prisoner with a blade. The town was preparing for another execution. A woman named Brigitte, accused of poisoning her employer. But Elise had met Brigitte. She was a midwife, loved by the poor, hated by the priest. And Elise had had enough. That night, while her father sharpened the blade, Elise entered the judge's chambers. She brought her journal, pages of injustice, names forgotten, stories erased. She begged him to stop the execution. He laughed. "Do you think a child's scribbles change the law?" The next morning, the block stood ready. Brigitte was brought forward. Elise did something unthinkable. She walked into the square and placed her mother's journal on the block. "She is innocent, just like the others. I have proof." The crowd murmured. Her father froze, and the judge signaled the guards. The judge ordered Elise arrested. Her father stood between them. "Touch her, and the next head I take will be yours." The guards stepped back. The judge sneered. Then Elise pulled from her pocket the final page. A letter, signed by the late mayor, exposing the judge's secret trials, bribes, and false accusations. She had stolen it from the judge's own desk. The crowd turned. Brigitte was freed. The judge was not. And Elise's father, he lowered his axe. No more. Never again. The executioner's block was burned, the axe buried beside the grave of a woman falsely accused. Elise left that town 1 year later, but her journal survived. Passed from hand to hand, it became legend. They called it the Blade's Book of Innocence. And in the margins, written in trembling ink, "I am my father's daughter, but I do not kill. I remember,